from the editorial side is very different from looking at it from the person who's submitting the manuscript. I think it's worth very much actually talking to people who might have sent things to that journal before, either colleagues or members of staff that you're associated with. And I remember when I was starting out, and some people do this to me now, and I think it's actually a very helpful thing, to almost, if you have an idea about something and you're not quite sure whether it's the remit of that journal, even though you've read the guidelines, to contact the editorial team with the idea of what you're thinking of doing, whether it would be appropriate for that journal. So almost, I don't mean you're targeting the work for that journal, but at least you might have an idea about where it's going. I think also the thing to think about is in terms of career development and aspiration, in terms of which are well regarded in terms of impact factor or other measures which can be regarded highly or otherwise by the international research community. I think the other thing for international writers particularly, and I think this is even true of a small journal like the one I'm responsible for, is the quality of the English. And I couldn't write in a foreign language, and so it's no criticism of the individuals who are concerned with the submission, but for English speaking and English written journals to make sure that the quality of the English at submission is of a high order, because so much time is spent saying no, I can't accept that because it might be a good idea but it's not well enough written. We don't know an awful lot of that. That's equally balanced with the thinking that you've sent it to the wrong journal, and that's almost an instantaneous decision. From the side of receiving it, I think it's part of the learning process in part. We all need criticism, don't we, to improve, but it's got to be in a way that we can perceive as constructive. Some of the best reviewers can be very hard-hitting in what they're saying, but even a little sentence at the end which says, you know, this is about the work and I'm trying to help it get better. I think waiting a while is very good. I think also talking again, as we were saying previously, talking to people around you to see what their take is on what is being said, because sometimes there is the thing, oh yeah, well actually there's a lot of sense in that. Sometimes it's very quick, and it can be a week, 10 days. In recent years, the longest we've had is, and it's unfortunate, it's about 2 months. But I would say the average is about 3 or 4 weeks. The other thing that is good, and this is worthwhile advice I think for people who are new to it, because you're reticent, if you haven't heard within a reasonable time frame, to ask and to say, could you tell me what's happening, because you know, I submitted on this date and I'm still waiting.